Hello everyone, welcome to another special edition of In the Box Seat. We're coming from the Directors Lounge on the eve of the Caulfield Cup. I'm joined by Jane, who's filling in once again. And also Luke Henderson, who is a director here at the Gold Coast Turf Club and also a Caulfield Cup winning owner.
There you go. Hello, Mitchell. Hello, Jane.
Hello.
It's great to be here.
Welcome.
This is harder to get on than Survivor.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. We're delighted.
High
It's been
ratings
a great
winning
time.
show this one.
Yeah.
Yes, you've been trying for ever since the inception. But
And finally, I got a Guernsey.
well, the theme of Caulfield Cup and there's, you were able to win it as an owner. Tell us about Descarado and the story behind him in 2010.
Yeah, well, we bought him the year before Derby Day 2009. We had myself, my brother Andrew and David. We had breakfast with Gay and she put Descarado to us and thankfully we went ahead with it. And then he placed in the AJC Derby in the April, put him away, come back, won the Hill Stakes, last in the Turnbull, and was $17 on a quagmire on the track of at Caulfield that day. And yeah, we're very fortunate. I remember in the mounting yard, Chris Muntz, who's a good friend of mine now, first time I met him, and he said that there's 4 chances in the race. It was Descarado, Harris Tweed, Shocking, and Monaco Consul.
Yep.
So once he got legged up, I went to the tab, put on the first 4, and there you go.
Oh,
That
wow.
was an amazing celebration. It was
Nice.
just a great moment.
Puts to bed the theory that jockeys aren't good judges. He's plonked the first 4 in the Caulfield Cup before you legged him on.
Yeah, and he made a real staying test.
Yep.
He sat, we drew wide, so he sat wide, sat forward, and just couldn't catch him.
He was a good horse. He was probably underrated in the end, a Caulfield Cup win. He also won a Caulfield Stakes, so he really liked Caulfield, but placed in a McKinnon, a Ranvet, and like you said, in the AJC Derby behind Shootout.
Yes, exactly. And he's still live. He's at Fernbrig Farm at the Hunter Valley.
Wow.
He looks after the younger mares in the paddock, and he's still going well. So visit him most August if I keep on there. And he's doing well. Look, he's a lot of fun for us, and I'm certainly so glad that we got that journey.
Yep.
Beautiful.
You've had a number of great successes. Obviously, you're also a Melbourne Cup winning owner in Fiorente.
Yeah, it was hard to know which gold trophy to grab. Which one do I bring today?
I'm trying to win a benchmark 58 at Maruya today, so that's about the level that I'm at. So.
Oh, but you're improving on the calling,
Yeah.
Mitchell. Like last Saturday, your calling was the best I've ever heard.
yeah,
It was just a level above your normal calling, and I think you should be really proud of the improvement.
it was. Yeah.
Well,
No.
pro tip, Mitch,
Yeah.
you should know that if you ever see Luke nominating his own horses in your race, just scratch straight away
Yeah.
because you've got no much of a
Well, Swan Hill on Monday pulled you up, didn't it? Yeah, that elusive maiden at Swan Hill.
Yeah, so as you do, you just keep looking for further distance. So we're up to 1450 now.
Tell us about
Couple of weeks.
the process with you and David about selecting horses through the sales, etc., or tried horses, or how you go about it.
So we do, for yearlings, do virtual shopping at Magic Millions just because we got the time. You need the time on the ground. As owners, David Chester's always said that we certainly put a lot more work in than most owners do. Going back a bit of time ago, people would arrive just a few days before the sale, so we had the advantage of time on them. Now everyone's there early with their bloodstock agents, so it's certainly tougher. Your decent filly that might be from a brand new stallion, isn't sneaking through like they did going back in the past. So look, it's certainly harder, but you've just got to, as Alan Thomas always said, you buy the one you want.
Yep.
And that's certainly what we do. We pick the ones we want, make a short list, and we go pretty hard at them.
How many would you have on the books?
Look, shares in about 20, and then we got some breeding stock that we look after. So most of them in Sydney, Gay and Adrian have the bulk, but we do have them spread around. Also, there's horses that we can't sell like Freeland that was with Adam Campton. When it's maiden at Lismore first started, and I think it's got a future, so sometimes you get a bit lucky when they don't hit their $40,000 reserve.
That's it. Was that all she was worth?
No, it wasn't even worth that, apparently.
Yeah, right.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. Your role here at the Gold Coast Turf Club, you're obviously a director, and you've seen a lot of change, more so in the last 12 months. You're happy with everything, how it's all going?
Yeah, well, I've been doing this now for 12 years, and there was talk about track upgrades and facility upgrades right when I started and jumped on board. So it's great now that's come to fruition, because the trainers that have been with us for a long time, they haven't had a fair run. Yeah. And now they're going to have a world-class track to race on. They're going to have world-class facilities for that B grass obviously coming to line next year.
It's being laid actually today. It looks absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, so look, I think they're deserving of it, and the Gold Coast is deserving of it. So yeah, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, that is an important segue there with the B grass. The first 400 metres has been laid, and things are going progressively well there, and also on the course proper, the inside running rail is starting to come down. They're almost up to the winning post now as I look out from the director's lounge, and they've done a good section of the track. The outside fence has gone down, so all is in readiness to put our first horse over the course proper in the next couple of weeks. Jane, what's happening members-wise this weekend?
Like you say, they're going to see a big change at the front here with the track and the all of the rails being put in and the grass and everything else. But we've had our spin and win over the last 2 weeks, and we've had over 70 winners on that wheel, you guys. So come and see me.
And one cheater.
Oh, yeah. Come and meet me between 2 and 3 p.m. this Saturday in the downstairs members area, and hopefully you can be another one of those 70 winners. And then also, I think we'll do our shout out and win. So our guy last week that Ella announced, he can't make it, our good friend Dom, God bless you. So he has let us do a quinella for this week. So we'll have 2 winners, hopefully. So I'd like to announce this week's winners for the member shout out, who will both take home 2 Shandong Garden Spritz tickets in our glass house over the next 2 dates, whichever ones you like, to Joel Solicich. I don't know if I pronounced your surname correctly, Joel, but you're one of our winners. And Andrew Walsh, so that's an easy Irish name too. And I pronounced there.
I think Jane would have practiced before we went on air, but anyway.
Sorry,
Big shout out to Ella. She's in the sick bed.
Poor Ella.
Yeah, 1 week work and next week off. So I know
very
what that.
tactful leading into spring.
No, I also know how to work the roster like that too. So racing news: Gold Coast based trainers took out 6 out of the 7 races here on the Poly last week. They had a field day. Well done to Kelvin Hickmott with double quick. He'd been knocking on the door, I think 6-7 placings on the bounce, and finally got that first win last week. And Kelvin does a good job with his team. This battle between Jai Williams and Emily Ling continues again.
Yes,
Jai's got a 1-win lead over Emily. They're going tit for tat. And, of course, we had that feature on Jasper Franklin last week through socials, and he thinks he can run them down, spotting them 10 or 11 starts. So, and Jasper's got a very strong book this weekend at the Gold Coast. Luke, obviously going into the Caulfield Cup, have you had a look at this year's race?
Yeah, I think it looks very tough. I'm surprised there's actually a couple of Gold Trip in particular, why they're actually running and risking the penalty, unless they're thinking that it may not be too much if it does win. But its run last up was outstanding. I personally think that maybe something lower in the weights could be a chance. It's fairly even. Be a good contest.
So was that a tip or just sitting on the fence?
Oh, you want a tip, Mitchell?
Yes.
Well, I'll go for a roughie. I'll go each way. Spirit Ridge.
Spirit
I think
Ridge.
That, its Metropolitan run was fantastic. They went top speed all the way, and I thought that I was there the day watching it. And I thought Just Fine would win that race by about 10 lengths, just coming off the back, but it couldn't. Spirit Ridge ran it all the way to the line, and I think over the same distance, if they go a little bit easier, get an easier lead, it can run a 34.5, 35 last 600, and that might be enough to hold the rest of the field off.
Well, that's very detailed, sectionals and all. Solcombe for me, Craig Williams, Chris Waller, looks a sense of timing, 4th up. 2,400 metres, 52.5, and drew a good gate.
Yeah,
Jane?
I'm going to go with a top weight and gold chip here, because obviously our proven winner here, not here. We backed him with our slot for Melbourne Cup last year for the Gold Coast Turf Club.
Talking through your pocket.
Yeah, no. I did not put any money on him. We won money for charity, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so
even better.
McDonald was
even
down
better.
there, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I'm going to stick with gold
Dazzler?
trip.
Gold trip
Yeah.
for Jane. Hopefully we're not too far from the winner for the Caulfield Cup for you. Let's find a winner here at the Gold Coast,
Let's
more importantly.
go. Well, I've steered away from Emily Lang this week, and most of the apprentices actually. I'm gone for race 3 for the Revelstone Stud Class 1 plate. Number 2 is Uploads. Paula Barron, the trainer, she did a beautiful story with us during the week, and you can check that out on our website. And she will have uploads with Michael Hellier, so a good chance in that race. I believe you might also have one in that race.
Yes, spicy legend for me, Jasper Franklin and Peter Roble. They were quietly confident last week that the horse would win, and then the race got deleted on them, so they've had to wait another week.
So a quinella from us both, do you think?
Oh no, let's up the ante.
Oh, you want to go against each other? Got it.
A bottle of Jemieson's or.
Oh yeah, right then. Sure, you want a bottle of whiskey? Irish whiskey?
Tin of Guinness? What?
Yeah, go for it, Mitch.
Right.
I'll go Dom Perignon, you go whiskey.
Okay.
I think Jane will drink on the table. That's a cheap old gift.
Let's not go back to that awards night. Have you got a winner for us at the Gold Coast?
Well, I'm all about Emily this week and my man Campton, so we'll go Kadiris in race 8.
Oh, he's a big fan of the show, always watches Campo.
Oh, and me of his.
Yeah.
He puts it out every Friday, himself and Tail, so yeah, great watch if you haven't had a chance to watch.
Kadira's in the last race 8, number 6. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for joining us in the inbox seat, and might be another 30 or 40 episodes before we get you on again.
Yeah, I can't wait to host it next week.
Yes.
The caller, I'm gone from calling, I'm gone from hosting. I'll be packing my bags and going back to Sydney very soon by the sounds of it. Anyway, that takes us away. We'll be back with another episode of In the Box Seat next week, Cox Plate Eve.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
We'll see you all then.